to do for y'all, and I do apologize. I keep saying this on the lack of videos. I've been kind of just busy working on some stuff for the business. I've been doing appointments, but I will try my best to do videos when I can. But anyways, I want to get right down to this video. So I am 3 months and 1 week post-op from RFF phalloplasty, and I haven't really done an update video for y'all regarding what my mobility looks like since I've been going to physiotherapy every week. It has been getting a lot better and I'm really seeing the changes. The one thing though is right now I'm still wearing the arm compression and gauze on part of my arm just because I'm still getting bubbles and stuff on that area where the granulated tissue was. So it is still healing, which is, kind of annoying that I'm 3 months out and there's still parts of that are slowly, healing, but I'm just happy to see the changes, and I'm still working on the physiotherapy side of things. So yeah, anyways, I will get down to this video. So if I am doing comparisons on my arm, I'll show you here. So like left arm compared to right arm, I twist in. This is pretty much like now equal. There's really no difference here, which I'm really happy to see. I can twist this arm in a little bit more, whereas I can't on this one, but I can at least get like flat front on, so that's pretty much the same. It's just that little bit extra I can't do. And then sideways or like straight on is good. Backwards again is really good. I can twist this arm a little bit more if I'm to actually push it, and I can't on this one, but I can get my palms flat, so it's about the same. Now, the biggest comparisons I can see here is when I do this. So basically, if I'm gonna put my arms together and go out, I can get right about here. It's a lot better than what it was, but I can't get that same 90 I can on this side. So I can go pretty much almost flat. I can't do it on this side, but it is getting there, like compared to where I was. It is a big difference. So, but again, still needs some work, but almost, just not quite. Now, I can go again pretty flat. But this one, like, I can't really get it past that. Like, that is the most I've been able to get, and it's been really, really hard to, like, get anything more than this. This is, like, me pushing it as hard as I can right now, and unless I'm able to, like, hold my hand and hold it, like, and that is one of my stretches I have to do, but to actually do that myself and just use the muscle, I can't get any more than past that. So this is something I really, really still am working on, and that's a part of why I haven't been able to get back to work, is because I don't have a full range of motion of going forward. So if I'm sitting and like typing on the computer, I can get about here, which isn't too bad, but like actual, full mobility, in that motion, I can't do it. And also too, like, I find long periods of time, if I'm holding that position, it does start to get sore around like the scar at the top. So another one that I've been able to pretty much almost get is comparison arms flat straight out. This was one that I was really worried about, but I'm pretty much almost there. You can still see there's a bit of a slight bend, but if I'm to push it, like, I can push it and stretch it, but then it's quite tight still a little bit in the muscle here, so it still has some restriction on this muscle. Like, it's just not quite like let go yet, so I can push it, but it's just not quite to the point where like I can just fully extend it without it actually like hurting or pulling on that muscle. So I'm almost there. It's just still not quite the same. Also too, I find with my arms like straight down, I can pretty much go about the same. The biggest thing again is if I'm now to go down and having to lift something up, I really can't lift anything over maybe even like 2 or 3 pounds, just because again, like, I find it really hard with this muscle still not being quite loose enough, and that I'm like finding also the muscle in my arms is not like strong enough to be able to actually lift anything. So a lot of the lifting I'm doing with my right hand, but I can pretty much almost get down straight. You can still see though from the side view, it is a slight bend compared to this arm. I mean, your arm has a natural bend, but I think there's still a little bit more of a bend on this side, than there is on this side. So it's not quite 100% straight, or well, straight as it could be going downwards, but it is almost there. You can't really see the difference from straight on. That's why I wanted to turn and show you there the little bit of difference, but I am getting there. And that is one major change that I've noticed, is that my elbow is almost to the 100% of where this one is. It's just a slight little bit more of a work that we need done. Now my hands, there's still a little bit of swelling, a little bit in the hand, but not nearly as much as there was. Like, there's pretty much almost the same. It's mostly front on. You can still see a little bit of swelling in this part, but really my fingers are pretty much almost the same, and my hands are pretty close to almost the same, so that is changed a lot as well. And then yeah, for pretty much my hand mobility in my fingers is pretty good. Like I can touch all my fingers, I can, you know, grab or like make a fist straight. My like index of inwards with my actual hand is really good. It's just like I said, the rotation of the wrist that I'm finding. So my fingers are all really good. Like I have no restriction on really finger movement. It's just wrist and still a little bit on the elbow. So that's pretty much, you know, the comparison with my hands. I am still doing physio right now every single week with my physiotherapist. I see her on, but this coming Tuesday, I have a follow-up with her. So just actually do some measurements, see where I'm sitting at, see if she still thinks I need to do weekly appointments, which with this rotation of the wrist, I don't see why, like right now, it will change. I really want to be able to work on that. That is a major restriction for me, is just in that wrist. And the elbow is getting a lot better. It's just now working on the strength in my arm and also in my hand and like, you know, wrist area. So yeah, also to add in here quickly though, is also I did go get some compression sleeve measurements done. So I'm hoping to be able to get that done. Right now I'm just waiting, like I said, on this to heal, but I at least got measurements pre-done in advance. Although there's been a few things that we kind of question about what the compression sleeve should be. So my surgeon suggested basically from wrist to end of my elbow, and then a possible glove if needed. But also, you know, the suggestion on the person who I went to said normally we would do stocking all the way up to the armpit, which I never really heard of anybody wearing. So if you're someone who's had RF phalloplasty, let me know if you just do to the elbow, if it's something that you wear all the way up to your armpit, or if maybe you have a sleeve that you have one for each, that one that comes partial way and all the way. But yeah, so I'm not really sure which one is going to be the one that I go with. For me personally, I would rather only to the elbow. I've been wearing this compression sleeve for about now 3 months, and I have not seen any, you know, swelling in the arm. I haven't seen any like buildup of fluid in the arm. I don't have any issues with that. It's mostly been in the hand, if anything. So yeah, I really don't think I'm gonna need a long one, but again, I'm not a professional and I want to go with what is suggested and what is the best. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments if you've had to deal with that. Also, if you have any other questions, suggestions, or topics that you would like me to talk about, feel free to put them in the comments as well. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for being here. And lastly, I will say if you do want to help in any way support me, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. It gives you access to my Amazon wishlist and recovery tip option if you'd like to help in that way. But anyways, thank y'all. Bye for now.